Hey guys, how's it going? MasterBucks here, and welcome back to the Journey Career Mode. Of course, in the last episode, we debuted with Ajax. We played 2 games and got 2 W's, simmed a couple of others, but we also did some bare transfer activity, including bringing back an Atlanta United starlet here, Ezequiel Barco, for 20 million. Decent value, you would assume, for his overall and for his age, and maybe your boy might have slipped in a pretty sneaky little release clause, but we won't talk about that. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if shit like that can kind of go down in the future. I don't know, but regardless, surely the clubs wouldn't allow it. But I have got myself a bit of a good team here because it wasn't just the one and only Ezequiel Barco that we picked up. We also had Justice Wagner come through and a couple of others as well. But this starting 11 is the best starting 11 that I have had. You know, the one that we had at Atlanta United wasn't too bad, but this, almost across the board, all 80 rated players. Decent bench as well, and we've even got a bit of a little bit of, you know, we've got some reserves coming through. You can see that I'm very weak in one department, centre midfielders, so I've got to fix that up. But aside from that, I'm pretty happy. Budget wise, we're a bit strapped for cash, so I'm probably going to have to just fill that reserve, fill those reserves with a whole bunch of youth academy prospects, which I have sent out scouts, so we will be seeing some youth academy players come through too. We're also in the January transfer window, and I can get some players on pre-contracts, and I think I might do that. But before we do any transfer activity, I'm going to play this game right here, because if we win it and PSV don't get a good result, they drop points, we could very well go top of the Eredivisie. And to start this game, we're going to make changes of just a 1 or 2. I'm going to have Ezequiel Barco actually playing at right midfield because Neres is completely stuffed. So maybe a little later on, we'll move Barco to the left-hand side, take Bande off and bring Neres into the game if we really need to. But aside from that, that's the only change. I still have every intention of, when my fully fit starting 11 is ready to go, Barco on the left and Neres on the right. But just this little alteration in his debut. Hopefully it doesn't mess him up too much. I'm sure he'll still do fine. He's got 4-star weak foot and he's right-footed already. So he should be footed. He should be sorted. Are we able to go top of the Eredivisie with a win against Groningen, or are we going to drop points and PSV pull away? I don't know. It could very well be a very tight scrap for the title for the second half of the season as we are about to enter it with PSV. So far, I am 2 wins out of 2 in games played with Ajax, hoping to keep that going. Oh, that'll work. Yeah, that'll do brilliantly, you know. Tadic, little pass here, off to the right. Ezequiel Barco on his debut. What a move. What a way to get his first goal for Ajax. Very nice combination between 3 players in the middle of the park, and then Dolberg just lays one off to Barco, and maybe the right-hand side suits him. I don't know. He scores from there. I still want to keep him on the left, but there you go. His first for Ajax. Good start, getting a goal within 15 minutes. It's been relatively easy so far. I haven't had that much of a threat from Groningen yet. What's coming now, though? Wow, there it is. Onana with a hand to it. I think it was going wide anyway, but I'm still fine with him making the save there. Magellan, that is a fantastic clearing header to Bande. But I look left, I look right, I have nothing. I finally have Bailey really running up hard to try to offer something. And now we can just slowly work it around, because Jesus Christ, I'm just not seeing much to move this ball forward quickly at all. Tadic, just going straight up the middle. Barco, another one here, and now off to the right-hand side. Schlager, fake shot, finesse. Schlager's put it wide. Barco, look at this right-hand side once more. Going to cut in here on the left, get it off to Bande, who can and will find the second goal of the day. We're getting him on the right and on the left right now. Barco now picks himself up an assist in his debut. It's been a good performance so far. I think we can get one more chance. We just have to find the opening. Here it is. This is it was so easy to get the look. Just pass to the bloke to the right of you every single time until eventually one of them gets through. It's like we're playing rugby. Just get throw, and one of them will eventually get open. Someone's not getting marked. Someone's not getting picked up. Did we get it this time here, maybe? Barco. Shot. Blocked. Cleared. And that will probably do it for the first half. They won't get this counter-attack here. Surely not. Surely not. Referee. All right, well, now you're just trying to keep him in the game. Fuck off. Fuck off. Don't let him. Thank you very much. And they'll get the corner as well. God, if they get a goal from this. And they won't. And they won't. Barco, with fucking outfail, could have headed it literally anywhere else when he had all that space around him. But you press the B button to clear. Where does it go? Straight to one of theirs. You could have just headed it straight up pitch without finding anyone into space. But no, it's designed, the clear button, to go straight to an opposition player. Honestly, right in front of the box. Oh, well, things are going okay. Every now and again, I'll score and then have to endure like 5 or 10 minutes of pressure, but it ultimately comes to nothing. Gosh, every time they're in a position to score, look dangerous at the very least. They just never make anything happen with it. Picked off here by Tadic. And given off to Dolberg. There is your third goal, and that's the cheapest of the day. Kasper Dolberg has been so good for me, and has now scored in literally every single game that I've played with him on the pitch. There's just no need for me to pick up Josef Martinez when he's banging in goals like this. As much as I want to do it, I don't know if I really need to. That's just the thing. And I still haven't even given Antonio Sanabria a run yet. He could be great too. Dolberg's going to get a chance. No, he won't. Gets tackled, but he keeps his body between him and the defender to the ball, which is going to be very nice. And I saw a run being made here by Christensen's put wide. Just never, or Tagliafico should I say. Yeah, he's a left back. Just didn't quite run onto the ball. He was hesitating. Look, you see that? He faked out his own shot. What? He loaded his foot back, went to go to swing, and then changed his mind, and then went back again and then shot it. What the fuck is with shooting this year? And one last change, Justice Wagner can come off because he's been alright. He's not had much to do, but anytime the ball's come into the area, he's been able to deal with it. So there you go. It's really not been a good first or second half at all, but thankfully we did the job in the first. They might get one counter-attack, they might score one goal, or maybe not. I went in for the slide tackle, he just fell the fuck over. Tagliafico clears, that will do it, referee. You let the last half go way fucking longer than you needed to. He finally ends this one, knowing that there's no chance for Groningen to get anything from the game. So, done and dusted. Another 3 points. We'll see what PSV has done. If they've dropped points, we're top of the table. I've had news come through that one of my players has been sold as well. Another one of the guys I transfer listed trying to buy or raise enough money for Barco. So now I've got about just under 10 mil in the bank, and I'm going to try to get a couple of pre-contract signings in. I don't really have that many super high rated pre-contract signings available, but I could still get some decent some very useful players to have. First player I might make a move for is Alessandro Florenzi. Now, he has recently gone to Manchester United, or I mean, obviously he's from Roma, and at some point moved to United, and now he's available to sign on a pre-contract, and I could probably get him for between 42 and 67 grand a week. That's not bad for an 82 rated player. Even if he ends up being 29, maybe 30 when he joins, we could do with another right back, and that is not a bad one. I might go for him. We've got Hendricks and another right back, actually, Jeremiah St. Justy, or Justy, I don't know, exact pronunciations, but he too, I could get. He's a little cheaper, younger, lower overall, so I'm just trying to decide between the two of them which one I'd go for. Now, according to my chief executive or something, I could have got him for what, 40 to 60, something like that. I'm going to offer him a 60 grand wage. It's 100 grand less than what he's currently getting paid, but surely he can't expect to be getting over 100k a week with Eredivisie with Ajax. So I'm just wondering, is he going to go for it? The wages you're offering are insulting. So my chief executive was selling me a whole load of shit. Well, in that case, I guess I am going to go for Jeremiah St. Justy, just whatever. I just don't care. Jeremiah is what I'm going to refer to him as from now on. Let's get this done, please. I think I can offer him a lot less and get away with it too. So I'm going to offer him like, this is just a signing bonus for the sake of it, but a 5 grand increase and then a 50 grand signing bonus, which he's happy with. Done. Sweet. Ends up being way cheaper than Florenzi, and I could probably train him up and get him to the same overall. So maybe in the end, it's not that bad of a pickup, to be fair. Next player I'm going for is actually a PSV player. Getting him on a free, that'd be controversial. But yeah, I'm going to go for Bart Ramselaar, who is actually like the only player that scored against us when we played against PSV. But he's a centre attacking midfielder and CM with good stats, nice physical stats, pace is there too. And we just need more centre attacking, maybe not centre attacking mid, but more centre midfielder options. And he can play there, so I want to go and get this man too. We are doing what Bayern Munich were doing in the Bundesliga a few years ago, where they're just poaching all the best talent in their own league for free off of all the other clubs. This is what we're doing. The wage, signing bonus, and goals bonus ain't all too... I think that's okay. 15 goals in a year, if he gets that, then I'm happy to part ways with the bonus. And I can't see him getting there. So, like, the bonus, the signing bonus, all that, that's fine by me. And, guys, I'll be honest, as far as other players that I know are in the last 6 months of their contract, there's not a super amount left that I could go for. So it probably might just only be those two, to be fair. And everyone else that we bring in this season will just come through the youth academy. You know what? That's what I reckon I might do. I think I'm going to advance ahead now, and we're going to look... I'm gonna sim the quarterfinal here of the Orange and Becker. I hope that's not a mistake. Hopefully we still stay in it and we reach the semi-finals. But the game I want to focus on, maybe not the first leg against Sevilla. I want to play that second leg. We'll sim the first leg against them at home. Hopefully get a good result. Go up against them in the second. The Europa League. My first game in the Europa League. So yeah, I pretty much just moved on ahead. Have a look at the Player of the Month shortlist. It's all Ajax players. I'll tell you that though. But yeah, I just moved out straight away of the January transfer window. We'll get through games until we get to that second Europa League leg. Please, this is an away game, but look who our opponents are. For the love of God. For the love of God, thank you very much. 99th minute goal by Justice Wagner. He's our hero. Daily Blind, my God, got a red card. And would you take a look, by the way, after 21 games played in the Eredivisie, we see that we have taken the top spot off of PSV. We ended up going ahead after they dropped points. Feyenoord aren't that far away either, so if, you know, Ajax and PSV, if we start slipping a little bit, and they do as well, Feyenoord could potentially come into the mix. AZ is pushing it. But yeah, very interesting. Only 34 games, by the way, may I remind you, in, or is it 36? No, I think it's 34. I'm pretty confident it's 30. Oh my God, I don't know. I think it's 34 because there's only 18 teams. Yeah, it's 34. Only 34 games a season, so we're well beyond the halfway mark. As a matter of fact, we're almost pretty much 2/3 of the way already. We skip ahead, we get another win. Santa Bria off the bench scoring. Good stuff. I will take that as we continue advancing with training. We continue to see Nissen Christensen get up to a decent overall. It's going to be a battle when we get Jeremiah St. Justy or Justice, whatever. I need you to tell me, please, in the comments, how do I say this man's name? Who I end up going with, either him or Christensen. But we also now reach the first game in the Europa League that I will ever manage. It's going to be a home game against Sevilla. Sim the first leg, play the second. That's how I always do these two-legged affairs. Let's see what happens. Still my strongest starting 11 for it. Neres, Barco, Tadic, Dolberg up top. This is what we want to see. Their team looks strong too. Skipping ahead, getting a draw. Barco missing a penalty, and Sevilla have an away goal advantage. We also, too, by the way, have a monthly scouting update. The first batch of them. Let's see. We've got some okay scouts, some really good ones, and then some average, above average scouts. Let's see who we've got. Only 2 players from Poland, but this one player, a bit of a disappointment. Nice overall, decent potential, but he's the only good one. From within the Netherlands itself, we have got Visser, whose value's and the potential's not great. This man looks alright. Vermeulen, who's got an okay overall. Value could have been higher, potential could have been better. Because he's the best player we've seen so far, I'll sign him, but still not great. And in Portugal, I see one very highly overall player, Victor Parella here. 73 overall, nice potential. The value is sensational. Yes, signing that man straight away in. He's a center attacking midfielder, and I can sign him up straight away. You know what? I normally do it where if you turn 18, I'll wait until you're 18 before I call you up, or until you say you want to be called up from the youth squad. But whenever you become eligible to bring in, I'm just going to bring you in because we don't have many players in the reserve, so I just need players in. So we'll get this man, Victor Parella, into the team straight away. Very good. Now we actually have more than one center mid, center defensive mid, center attacking mid in my reserves now. Like, honestly, I need to start stacking this reserve list. One more game to sim in the Eredivisie, and then we will reach the second leg in the Europa League. Skipping ahead, getting only a draw, and it's another missed penalty, but it wasn't actually for me. But let's go then. All right, second leg. I'm on my first game in the Europa League. My first game I'm actually going to play. I'm super excited for it. PSV, we see, are actually down to FC Midtjylland. That's a bit unsurprising. Or not unsurprising, sorry. It is surprising. We got ASSE leading in Salzburg, Olympiacos as well, a few any big upsets. Bayern Munich are in the Europa League. Oh my goodness, that is a quite a shock. Lazio, maybe not too surprising. Chelsea being in it. Arsenal are in it as well. AC Milan. There's some decent teams, obviously, in the Europa League. If we can get past Sevilla, will we end up facing one of them? Tadic, by the way, has ended up dropping from his 80 overall to a 79. And Labiad is, like, in my opinion, he's been doing a little bit better for me. He got slightly better pace. Stamina and strength isn't exactly ideal, but across the board with his skill attributes, he seems a bit better than Tadic. Tadic has got him covered in certain areas, but I think on the whole, Labiad's actually a better option. I'm probably going to look to start Labiad, especially with that 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. My God, I'm probably going to change it up. Labiad is going to get the start from now on over Tadic, and Tadic can start on the bench. That's what I'm going to go with from now on. Everyone else in the starting 11 is the same. Neres is actually going to play this game. Everyone's just that little bit tired, but I have players on the bench to replace him if need be. We will see. Dolberg's still getting the start. I will one day play a game and give Sanabria a run, but until Dolberg's goals dry out, it's not happening. Can we please just grab this win, progress in the Europa League? So, Sevilla it is at the Ramon Sanchez Stadium then. Okay, my first piece of European football. As cool as it would have been to jump straight into Europe and jump straight into Champions League action, Europa League feels a bit more fitting after only just joining from Atlanta United. I still want to try to go deep in this competition if possible. I would rather not let this be my one and done season. As we look at Sevilla, they have some very good names and some I recognize, obviously Ben Yedder, Muriel, Quincy Promes, Ever Benega, and some of their defenders, Sergio Rico in goal. It's strong. It's a 3-4 or almost 3-5-2 formation. All right, we'll see how to attack that. Hopefully, getting down the wings and, you know, with only 3 centre-backs back, we'll see. But immediately, they're moving this ball a lot quicker than any other Eredivisie side I have played against. So this might be my toughest game yet. Trying to ball over the top here. Jeez, it nearly worked. Tagliafico then does get to it. And now can we go right up the middle here? Dolberg, step overs. Dolberg, keep going. If you can, slide tackle. Jesus, Schlager, you've got no control on that ball whatsoever. How long did it take you to turn or to go around him? I thought you could have done it with ease. Oh, yes. Barco. Oh, off the woodwork. He took a long time to shoot that. Took a touch that I probably didn't actually want him to take. And then ended up hitting an absolute rocket, but into the woodwork. Blind. Still not the shot. Labiad's gone from fair way out, and I maybe could have looked to have kept it on the ground. Well, that's a heavy touch from Promes trying to keep the ball in there. This is fucking... Oh, it still is. No, it isn't. Jesus, can't even hold on to the ball for just a second. Schlager's come up with it in a great spot, though. It's a great spot. Dolberg. Back for Schlager here, maybe. Yeah, fake shot. He's not going to get the angle to shoot. Yes, he does, but these are all going a mile off target. I'm trying to get these guys to start running forward, but they just... Alright, this could be a chance. Blocked again. I am going to change things up in the second half. I'm going to let them have the ball. I'm going to let them have it, because even though 3 at the back, you'd think maybe is a little easier to exploit. Not when they're sitting back. I mean, when they do, and you've got 2 lines of defense to get through, it's still the same 8 players that you've got to try to beat. It's just so bunched up the middle. You can see it's so hard to try to get a chance to shoot. As now, though, maybe Neres working with some, very difficult space. They're just flooding so many numbers back. So fucking hard to get a chance to shoot when they've just got that many back. It's no other way of putting it. Okay, and now halftime. Yeah, I'm gonna let them attack me. I'm letting them attack me in the second half and hoping to pick them off on counterattacks, and maybe then they'll actually have 3 players back and not the whole fucking team with maybe 1 or 2 up top trying to pick me on the counter. I've got to swap things around. I've got to let them attack me. I'm also bringing Bande on, so Barco can play at centre attack in midfield, him in the middle, Bande and Neres. That is a very young, very exciting little 3 trio right there. I think that could do damage. If Barco does well for me at centre attack in midfield, I might even look to keep him there instead of Tadic. And the passing is off today as well. Oh, no, it's disastrous. Magellan has fucking missed the tackle, clipped his man. That is going to be a penalty. Well, that is far from ideal. I'm now bringing Antonio Sanabria on too, by the way, because Dolberg's done nothing for me. I've not done much to get him anything, but if they score this, it's not exactly over. Saved by Onana! And here we go. We still have a chance if we can grab one goal, but does anyone want to start making a run forward? Are you fucking kidding me? I just have to boot this away, because I've got nothing to pass to there. But maybe it could work here. Maybe it could. Oh, this could be brilliant. Are you going to stay on side? No, you're not. Good thing I didn't pass it because I fucking knew he wouldn't. Oh my God. The passing today is just off. It's off everywhere. It's costing me. A header missed. Ben Yedder's got it. It's been fucking terrible today. The skills have not been there. There's the tackle from Bande, but then he just turns, gives it away straight away. Ball up the line, missed, and this little... Oh, Wagner tried to turn and pass it to him. Look at this. Look at that. This is fucking unbelievable pressure from Sevilla. Every time I have the ball in my own third, they don't give me anything to pass to. They don't let me move the ball forward or do anything like that. It's fucking crazy. Oh, it's gone through his fucking legs. That's when you know it's not your day. I'm getting nutmegged today, honestly. Can we put one good attack together? I can't even complete a fucking pass right now. Every time I get the ball back in my own half, I can't even get it out. Can we get a 1-2 or something? Honestly, anything. I can see over here, though. Oh, finally. A chance. Bande! Yes! Right at the death! And oh my God, Sergio Rico actually got a hand to it as well. Oh, finally, it's worked. Finally. We got somehow past. Look at that. The finish is not that good. It's not good enough. It's bouncing for Bande. It's a tough one, I suppose, but that is just fingertip saved by Rico, but not enough. It goes in. We lead 2-1 on aggregate. We might be going through after so much fighting in this game to get a good look, and Hassane Bande to our rescue. Now please, everyone back. There can't be much time remaining, honestly. Neres an interception. Where does it go to? Only right back to one of theirs. Are they trying to go around the outside? If they are, then I know that they're going to. Don't let them do it. There's the hip and shoulder from Christensen. Runs into trouble, Neres. But that's that 2-1. I literally, in the first half, I tried to pass it around their defense, break them down, get a chance on goal. Couldn't get one. Couldn't get one. In the second half, I changed my approach. Let them get the ball forward and then counter-attack. But every time I got the ball back in my own third, in my own half, they would just press and press like they were Man City Gengen style, fucking crazy. Just making sure I had no one to pass to. They were doing it brilliantly, but at the very end of the game, I got one chance, one ball over the top. That was all it took. Bande makes them pay, and we are into the round of 16. Good God, I genuinely thought that was just ending in a 0-0. Oh, well, now we get to see who we've got in the next round. After an insane end to the game, are you serious? We are going to play Bayern Munich in the round of 16 of the Europa League. Look at all the other teams that we could have potentially been drawn up against. No, we get Bayern. What a game that is. From Sevilla to Bayern. Oh my God. Oh my God. PSV got through as well. So, alright, back into the Eredivisie then, as PSV went back up on top. We dropped points and they ended up taking advantage and going past us, just like we've done to them. Tagliafico gets an early one, and we get a huge 4-0 win. I think I might sim all the games. Maybe do I sim all the games? I feel like I should play both rounds of the round of 16. I don't know. Well, I'm probably going to just sim the next couple of games until we get to that second leg of the round of 16. Is that a home or an away game? We'll take a look. It will be a home game. So, simming an away game against Bayern, that's risky. But we'll just do it. We'll just get it out the way. Like I say, every time I have a two-legged fixture of anything, I'll just sim the first, play the second. That's how I like it. Skipping ahead, 2-1 win. Wagner with, Jesus, Justice Wagner from centre-back has scored in some sim games some very big, very late goals for me. I haven't really scored that many goals with any of my centre-backs in this career mode, but when I get a goal with Justice Wagner, it will be glorious. It will come one day. We now play Utrecht, yeah. They've been on a bit of a winning streak. Barco scores a penalty. We get a 3-1 win. Couple of yellow cards in there. Wagner got subbed, but another straightforward victory. And now the first leg against Bayern. We'll also have those monthly scouting updates come through because they're coming through at the third of every new month. Hopefully Poland can actually come up with someone for me, because we signed one Portuguese man and one Dutchman, no one from Poland as of yet. And it looks like it's going to continue. This is not going well. At least we've got another, maybe even two, players from Portugal to look at. Carlos Patera, who's got a nice overall potential, 375 grand. We'll sign him up. We've got Mario Roca, who I believe I recall from the last batch of reports, and he's not all too good. His potential's not great. Sergio Branco's got a great overall, and the value is actually not that high. The potential is awful. You'd see a max 73 overall player, and you think you've got a gem. He's not that better. He's no better than a couple of other players in that team, or in that list. And I thought it was the away leg that we were simulating and not the home leg. Well, no, it turns out the home leg is actually the one that we sim. So that makes me feel a bit better about doing it. I still know it's Bayern Munich, and I still know it's going to be tough. When it loads up, we'll look at their team. They scored within a minute, for Christ's sake. They've still got Lewandowski, Müller, Coleman, Goetzke, and a bunch of other great players. And down 1-0 already. We'll skip ahead. It's going to be 2. And Labiad had an injury in that game. Well, that's not ideal. He's out for a week, but he won't be taking part surely in the second leg. And one last away game, one last game that we sim until we leave the end of the episode with the second leg against Bayern Munich to play. I've done a few, I know, but we're just getting them out of the way. This team's on a 3-game losing streak, even though we're the away side, Gotti scores. And they fucking win. They snapped their losing streak against us. Wow, I thought we were, after catching PSV in the Eredivisie so quickly, maybe we'd be able to get in front, build a bit of a lead. Maybe not. Nah, we're only 2 points away from them, but I expected to be at least ahead and hopefully up by a few. With only 7 games to go in the Eredivisie, it's no good. The only difference is that they've drawn 2 more games and we've lost 2 more games. Bloody hell, even Feyenoord's not that far away either. If we really capitulate, I would love to be able to win the Eredivisie first season, but I'm kind of almost a little distracted by Europa League as well, that I'm neglecting playing Eredivisie games. Well, anyway, I will leave things here. We are going to play this second leg against Bayern. We're 2-0 down, and we have the away leg to play. So if we can somehow tie it up in aggregate, maybe get an extra goal than they could manage against us away, I struggled against Sevilla. How am I going to go against Bayern? I think you could safely say they're a bit of a step above. I'll do one last thing in this episode, and that's signing Florencio Caldera, because again, he's above. If I can sign him, if I can bring him into the squad, I will do so. And there we go. We also see Bande getting Player of the Month award, and you know what? I'm just convinced with how good he's been for me when I play with him. I need him in the starting 11. I'm going to play Ezequiel Barco at that center attack and midfield position, because he can play there. I might maybe need to work on some of his passing. Like, his short passing's okay. Long passing could do with a little bit more. And just a couple other stats here or there. But, like, regardless, I feel like I'm going to play him at center attack and midfield, because that frees up that left-hand side for Bande to move on to. And then Neres there on the right. And, yeah, Dolberg up top. Like, that attack looks great. Schlager and Daley Blind have been okay for me. Tagliafico, Magellan, Wagner. I've got no complaints really anywhere in the team. I know Wagner's going to get up to a higher overall as well, inevitably. Nish and Christensen, I've been training up. It's a solid starting. For bloody Ajax, I'm taking that team. I genuinely think after playing around with them for a little bit, that's probably the best starting 11 I can field. And that is the team I'm going to persist with for until at least the end of the season, where hopefully I'll be able to get at least a little further than the round of 16 of the Europa League. But against Bayern, 2-0 down, it's a tough ask. I'll still try my best. But anyway, that'll do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have a good one.